How's it going, guys? Crypto 3000 here, and today I'm coming at you guys with another video on Voyager, the USDC. And you guys had so many great questions, so I want to take this video to answer it. You know, I could have done a little bit better on my first video to really break it down and answer all your questions, so I'm going to go ahead and do that today. Make sure, guys, you know, I try really hard, so I'm going to go ahead. I never usually do this, right? I'm going to go ahead and like my own video, so hopefully you all go and like this too. Smash that like. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. Let's get me to 1,000 subscribers. All right, so thank you, Nick Roy, for, he says, great video, thanks for breaking it down for us. Of course, man, that's what I am here for. And then Rafael Gerardo had a really good question. He said, is the interest paid on a monthly basis? Yes, the interest is paid on a monthly basis, and from what I received last month, right, it is paid on the first of the month, right? And it depends on what time, the time depends on what time zone you're in, right? I believe I got it somewhere around 5 o'clock Pacific time. I'm sure maybe their times will change depending on each month. This is Edgar, had another question here for us, and he said, I'm still unsure how this works. So $100 is what you would need to start earning interest, and that is absolutely correct. That is saying that you invest your $100 in the first day of the month. Okay, let's say if you invest on the second day of the month, you're going to need to bump that up a little bit more to bring your average to $100, right? So if you, let's say it's April 2nd, and you decide to invest in USDC and you want to take advantage of the 9% interest rates, then you would have to put in a little bit more than $100. I would say like $105, right? To make sure that your average is at $100 that month. Here is, I created this little formula, right? I had someone ask me, wait, how much do I need to put in, let's say, depending on what day, right? You have to put in more amount of money. If you don't put in on the first of the month, you have to put in more money to bring your average up, okay? So let's say that, so this is pretty simple, a little formula that I created for you guys, right? So it's $100 because that's the average that we need, and we divide by the remaining days of the month. So let's use today as the example. Today is the 23rd, right? So we have 7 days remaining. So we would go 100 divided by 7, right? And we're gonna get our answer. Okay, so let me go ahead and use my calculator on my phone. Is 14.28. I'm just gonna round down to 14.2 to be sure. So we're gonna go 14.2 times 30. Okay, that's gonna be how much money we need to have if there's 7 days left on the month. Okay, so we're gonna go 14.2 times 30, and that's going to give us our answer. That gives us $426 that I would need, minimum $426 that I would need to be able to receive that interest that first month, right? So again, okay, 100 divided by the days remaining in your month. So if there's 5 days remaining, you would divide by 5, right? And then you would get that answer, and you would multiply it by 30. Okay, so Mark Perez had a good question. Are you putting your entire emergency fund into USDC token on Voyager? My answer is no. I am not putting all my emergency fund on here. Right, what you do with your money, it's up to you. But what I'm doing, I am definitely not putting my entire fund onto USDC. I'm putting about roughly a third of my emergency fund in there. Okay, and then I'm putting some more into dividend stocks. I really enjoy dividend stocks, and I really enjoy USDC. So by the way, if you guys haven't checked out my videos on stocks versus crypto, right, go ahead and check it out. I have my Robinhood dividend account, and I compare it with how my USDC account is doing. Okay, so I do try to update you guys on that. So hopefully maybe you guys like those dividend paying stocks too, right? I'm definitely a crypto guy, but I also understand that stocks are also there to make some money. So yeah. All right, Shaya had a good question here. Can I purchase cryptos? There, you said they charge $300 extra. So with any coin, they'll charge that amount. The answer is no, right? The example that I had said there was Bitcoin, and that's the spread, right? Let's say Bitcoin is at $54,000, right? That's what Bitcoin is at, $54,000. If you try to purchase Bitcoin, the average price for Bitcoin is not going to be $54,000, right? At that moment, it's going to be $54,300, right? And if you try to sell it, right, you're not going to be able to sell it for $54,000. You're going to have to sell it for a little bit less. So that's called the spread, right? So do your research on what different apps use different spreads, right? I know Robinhood has a super small spread, so Robinhood works a lot better for trading, and then Voyager works a lot better for holding because they'll give you interest, right? So each app has its positives and its negatives, right? The positive for Voyager is that they offer you interest on so many cryptos, right? Here we have what they offer you interest on all these cryptos, right? So if you're thinking of holding, let's imagine that you're holding Bitcoin and you're in it for the long run and you're holding Bitcoin and Robinhood. I don't know. I wouldn't do that, right? I would transfer that. Well, you can't transfer from Robinhood, right? But I would sell and then purchase it on USDC and take advantage of this interest rate here. Same thing with Ethereum, right? If you have Ethereum and you're holding it on an app that doesn't give you interest, right? I would probably switch it to an app that does give you interest if you're holding it for the long run, right? If you're a trader that buys one day and sells the next, I would not use Voyager. And you know, guys, I'm here to keep it 100 with you guys. I'm here to keep it real, right? If you're a day trader, I would not use Voyager, okay? That's a thing there. Voyager is more for holding for the long run, right? And earning these interests, okay? So if you're more of a day trader, again, I do not recommend do not recommend Bitcoin. I do not recommend Voyager, okay? I'm here to tell you guys straight up how it is. So that's my little piece of advice, okay? It is possible to trade though on Voyager, but it is going to be very, very difficult. Okay, Russ here had a really good question. As you can see, we had a little conversation going on there. And Russ said, I'm new to crypto and to be honest, finance in general. Is there a way to make a monthly income doing this? Absolutely, there is a way, right? So Russ had a question here, and he said he wants to make about $5,000 a month. So using this interest calculator, you can see that if what he would need would be roughly $650,000 to make $5,000 a month, right? So 60,000 divided by 5,000 is 12 months, right? That's what you would need. Or let me put it another word for you guys, 5,000 times 12, 60,000, right? So this is about roughly what he would need. Okay, and it's a great opportunity. You know, this is something that you could work on, right? If you want to live off $5,000 eventually in the future, right? You can slowly start building this savings account here, or you could call. I'm thinking of it as like a my savings account, right? So it's a great opportunity. Now, one thing I do want you guys to be aware of is this here, okay? Through our strategic relationships with our banking partners, all customers, USD held with Voyager is now USDC insured, which is great news, but there is a negative here. And if anything happens to them, right, let's say that they lose some of our money somehow, right, the rare occasion that they somehow lose our money, right, they only have up to $250,000 insured per person, right? So again, if you have $1 million with Voyager, you're gonna have a rough time getting your money back if anything goes bad. That's why if you can look here, right? I told Russ if he really wants to have 650,000, right? I would not recommend having it all on Voyager. I would put some on another app and maybe put some on dividend stocks or something like that, right? And make his $5,000 through different investments. Okay, so yeah, that's one really cool thing there. And then Sinful Believer. Wait, just by holding the coin, you can earn interest. This is like dividends. I know other platforms you earn interest too, but you have to use the piggy. Yes, just by holding the coin, you earn interest. just by holding the coin. You don't have to stake it, right? Staking is when you put your coin and you can't take it out. Let's say if you stake a coin for a month, right? You can't take it out for that whole month. So that's staking, right? The Voyager's not staking. You can have it there. You can take it out whenever you want, right? So that's a cool thing about Voyager. Whenever you need those funds, you can take them out. And they say that they have if you withdraw, they will have your funds to you within 24 hours. That's their promise, okay? I have tried it before. I didn't. I have withdrawn from their app, but I didn't actually time it. I didn't see how long it took me to get that money. So that's something that I have to do on my next withdrawal, right? So I have to see how long it took them to get me my money. So into my bank account, right? So yeah. So this is another question that I had a lot of people ask me here, right? Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, so Ethan had this question. Okay, I think I'm not understanding the interest calculation in my head. 10,000 at 9% would be 900 a month, correct? Well, your math is correct, Ethan. You're a smart guy. Very smart guy. Right? Your math is correct, but the only thing here is that this is the annual rate, okay? So you're not getting $900 a month, you're getting $900 a year for $10,000, okay? So you're getting $900 a year for $10,000. So again, to see how much you're getting a month, you would do 900 divided by 12. So you're looking at roughly like 70 something dollars. I did that in my head, so hopefully I'm correct, like 70 something dollars or like low 80s, something like that a month, right? All right. Yes, so yield offers 20%. That's another thing, right? That's very cool. Yield is still not available in the US. So if you're from the US, Yield app is still not available for us. But I will definitely I'm looking forward to Yield app, and I will definitely do some reviews on that when it's time. Okay, so hopefully I answered some questions here. If you have any other questions, put them down below. I try to answer all questions. And if you guys appreciated this extended review of questions and all that, go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. And if you guys are looking forward to open up a Voyager account, I do have my referral down below. Go ahead and use that referral to support me. I really appreciate it when you guys use that. I know I had like 2 or 3 people use that in the last week since I uploaded the last video, right? So I really appreciate that. So if you guys are looking to open up a Voyager account, do use that referral code. I really appreciate it. All right, guys, have a good night. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below.